खलीफा के लबों से जो गुलो जौहर बिखरते हैं, खलीफा के लबों से जो गुलो जौहर बिखरते हैं, बड़े अनमोल मोती है ये दौलत हम संभालेंगे, बड़े अनमोल मोती हैं ये दौलत हम संभालेंगे. But as always, we always start with the Friday sermon. So I think, Samir, if you're able to share your screen, if you can take us through what Hazur spoke about today in the Friday sermon.
Okay. Speaking about Hazrat Usman Razallahu Anhu, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadullah stated, when the Holy Prophet ﷺ departed for the battle of Zat Itrika to fight the Ghaffan tribe, he appointed Hazrat Usman as the Emir of Medina in his absence. The Holy Prophet ﷺ was accompanied by 700 people. No fighting took place. This was the first time when the Muslims offered Salat al-Ghaffar, prayers offered while being engaged in warfare. At the time of the conquest of Mecca, with the exception of 4 men and 2 women, the Holy Prophet ﷺ had announced a general amnesty for all Meccans. Ikrimah, son of Abu Jahl, was also among these 4 men. It is narrated about him that he escaped Mecca and tried to flee in a ship. When he was faced with a storm, he prayed to Allah to save him, and he will return and perform the bed of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The more well-known narration states that his wife was able to get to him before he boarded the ship and told him that the Holy Prophet ﷺ had forgiven him. After he took the bed, the Holy Prophet ﷺ asked him to ask for whatever he desired. Hazrat Ikrimah anhu said to pray for his forgiveness for his acts of hostility towards the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The Holy Prophet ﷺ prayed for him. One of these 4 men convicted at the time of the conquest of Mecca was Abdullah bin Said bin Abi Sarah. He sought refuge of Hazrat Usman anhu. Hazrat Usman later brought him to the Holy Prophet ﷺ and appealed for his forgiveness and asked him to take his bet. After some hesitation, the Holy Prophet ﷺ did so. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadullah explained many historical aspects associated with this incident and its background. Hazrat Usman anhu presented innumerable financial sacrifices at the time of the Battle of the Book. Muslims were greatly in need. The Holy Prophet ﷺ made an appeal. Hazrat Usman caravan of 100 camels was ready to depart for Syria. Instead, he presented it to Holy Prophet ﷺ. The Holy Prophet ﷺ made another appeal. Hazrat Usman anhu represented 100 more camels and then did so the 3rd time after another appeal of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The Holy Prophet ﷺ at this time said, no matter what Usman does after this, he will not be held accountable by God. Hazrat Usman anhu represented financial sacrifices on many occasions. At one such time, he presented 200 ounces of gold to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The Holy Prophet ﷺ once prayed in these words, O Allah, be pleased with Usman as I am pleased with him. Hazrat Muslim anhu states that at different times the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ presented their household items and their property for the welfare of other Muslims. Once a water well was being sold, Muslims were in need. The Holy Prophet ﷺ remarked that, is there anyone who will earn this reward? Hazrat Usman anhu replied that, O Prophet of Allah, I am present for this. He bought it and gave it to be used by Muslims. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Usman has bought the paradise. There were 3 such incidents in the life of Hazrat Usman anhu, where the Holy Prophet ﷺ remarked that he brought paradise in exchange of his services. Once the Holy Prophet ﷺ said to Hazrat Usman anhu that God will grant you a shirt with the hypocrites will try to take it off you. However, you should never let go of it. This foretold about the Caliphate of Hazrat Usman anhu. Hazrat Khalifa Abdul Masih mentioned the services of Hazrat Usman anhu during the era of Hazrat Abu Bakr anhu and Hazrat Umar anhu before his passing away. Hazrat Umar anhu made a 7-member committee for his election of the next caliph. This committee consisted of Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Usman, Hazrat Talha, Hazrat Zubair, Hazrat Saad, Hazrat Abdur Rahman, Hazrat Abdullah ibn Umar, only for consultation, not eligible to be elected. After detailed discussion and consultation, the president of the committee, Hazrat Abdur Rahman, nominated Hazrat Usman as the Khalifa. In the end, Hazrat Khalifa Abdul Masih urged prayers for Ahmadis of Pakistan.
Jazakumullah Samir, mashallah, very well read, and a good recap of what Hazur said today. Like I said, sometimes we get busy while Hazur is talking, especially now at home. So maybe we don't grasp everything that Hazur said. So it's always nice to get a recap or some glimpses of what Hazur said. If you didn't get to watch it, there's nothing that can replace watching the whole thing. So please do try to go back over it if you missed it. Especially if you're at school, or if you have lessons going on at the same time. So if I can quickly ask you, if you, I know you must have heard it as well, but you also read the presentation. So was there anything that maybe stuck out for you, or maybe one thing that you didn't know before, which you learned this time in the Friday sermon?
I actually haven't watched it yet, so.
Just by reading the presentation, were you able to learn something which maybe you didn't know?
That Hazrat Usman gave a lot of money or sacrificed a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. That's a really good point. It was with the quality of many of the Khulafa and companions, but in particular with Hazrat Usman, he was known to be a very wealthy man. But as you know, when they all accepted Islam, many of them, gave everything that they had to the cause of Islam. So it's a great point. Jazakumullah Samir. Nice hearing your voice as well. Hopefully we can hear more of it in future programs. So Jazakallah for your humble effort in presenting this week's Friday summary to all of us. Jazakumullah. So next